Hi, it's Nick Stekovich, Project Manager Evolution, and in this video we'll talk about project management career. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. It's Nick Stekovich, Project Manager Evolution, and we talk about on this channel all about tools, techniques, processes for project management, and as well as guides to get you to that next spot and be able to make more money and be able to manage larger projects, teams, and personalities, and more than that. So today what I want to talk to you guys about is all about project management career, and this is especially a video for those that are just jumping into project management. So we'll take a look at my screen, and as you can see, like right now what I have here is, the average income in the US is roughly around $33,706, right? And that's about $865 weekly. When I did a pull-up in Canada, which is very similar to US, you're looking at an average or median of around $90,000 a year. Guys, $90,000 a year versus $33,000. Okay, yes, obviously 90,000 Canadian is not 90 US, but still is roughly around, I don't know, I would say probably like maybe 65 or 70 or something like that. Or as opposed, this is like, 33,000. Probably even more than 60,000. I don't know the exchange rate these days, but that's what it is. So looking at this, it's a very large difference. And especially considering that for project management, you don't really need, a degree, you don't really need a diploma. All you need is real good training, and you get some experience and be able to, jump into this role and start managing projects. And then once you manage, 3-4 projects, you get that experience, you use that experience, and you move on to the next project and the next project, bigger teams, bigger roles, and then obviously, you get to the next spot, which is consultant. And again, what you're seeing on the screen is a salary, somewhere like a median of 97,000. But I'm pretty sure that, if we do a search online for, let's say, project management consultant, salary, maybe we can, get, maybe if we go through images, it give us a better graph. So maybe we look at this, obviously, if you're consulting in any of the big companies, KPMG, McKinsey, or Ernst & Young, you're looking anywhere from, 120 to 180, 170. It's not just these companies, but also other companies as things are moving along, and, there's more and more projects and more products being offered to the market. There's a lot of different companies that are looking for project managers and scrum masters, and they're actually willing to pay a lot of money. Whereas opposed to years ago, yes, they were paid very high, but not at the rate that it's being done today, right? The other thing also to notice is that although I'm showing you salaries here, if you check out one of my other videos that, I talk about why you should actually focus on getting to a consulting role and be a contractor or self-employed is the best solution for a project management professional, is because once you actually jump into that role, you're no longer charging 120 or 130 or 150, but you're actually getting to an hourly rate of like 120, 130, maybe 150, maybe $200 an hour. And then what you end up doing is you're charging your end client for your services to your own company or your incorporation, depending, if you're Australia, Canada, US, Europe, or wherever you are, you're obviously, subject to taxation for that corporation that you own. But what ends up happening is that once you do bill that client, you're taking a portion of that money or the monthly invoice into the corporation, and the rest goes into your personal banking account. So what ends up happening is you're actually making a lot more money because you're in a way you're paying less tax, and you're able to then also generate new business. And then what that can lead to is it's a perfect opportunity once you practice maybe 3, 4, 5 years in project management. You now have the skills, if you want to get to that next step, that you can actually open up your own practice. So whether that's going to be maybe a construction company where you are using your project management skills to start managing a larger team that actually works for you, versus that you're just a sole project manager. The other thing is also if you're maybe in IT, right? And if you've been managing projects for maybe 4 or 5 years or 6 years, you're no longer actually a subject to, $100 or even like $75 an hour to like $150, $200 an hour charging as a project manager or scrum master, but actually you're now stepping in and you're building your own company. So project management is something that's going to give you the foundation, or it's the best foundation to get to that next level, to be maybe an entrepreneur, or maybe to own your own company, or whatever that is, right? It's going to allow you to actually jump from that 200K mark, where you can probably max out as a contractor, maybe 230 if you're working somewhere like Middle East. Obviously, you're going to be making double what people are making, most likely in the US or the Western world, maybe China. You're also going to be making more money. That's just the way it works. The markets are at this time in 2020. But the bottom line is that, once you get above that 200K mark, the sky is the limit, guys, because you as a business owner, you could be generating $1 million, $2 million, $3 million by having your own practice, like a digital agency, or maybe an IT shop that has maybe like 2 employees or 5 employees. It doesn't really matter. But what I'm trying to say is that, project management is an amazing career because, you kind of start very low, but very high compared to all the other professions out there. Not like a doctor or a lawyer, obviously, because these are very highly paid professions. But for a lawyer, you have to go 4 years for your bachelor's degree, and then you have to do an additional maybe 3, 4 years of law school. Same with the doctors. 4 years of bachelor's, then an additional training, and you're looking at probably like 10 years of education before you actually even start your own practice, right? But in this case, you're doing your training. Eventually, you pick it up in a few months. You land your first opportunity. Then you do your 3 to 4 years. Then you can actually jump into consulting, or even before that, depending what your situation is, how you sell yourself. And how good are you at transitioning, right? And then, once you get to that consulting role, you're charging, as I said, like anywhere from like 80 to 90, 95, 100, 150, maybe 200, 250, maybe even more. Again, if you're like Middle East or these other places where you can charge more. And then eventually, you cap that, and then, okay, what's next? Okay, well, now I can open up my own practice. Because I know how to manage people, because I know how to manage processes, because I know how to manage my clients, I know how to, sell myself. So all these skills you can actually build with project management. So it's just an amazing way of, getting your career to that next level, and actually jumping into a career that has a very bright future. And it's, I think, estimated that in the next 5 years, there's going to be like 800,000 open spots, and even more because of COVID right now. So, you're probably looking at million plus spots all across the world that are be looking for project managers, scrum masters, and specialists in this area. So keep this in mind, and don't forget to check out the links below of Project Management Revolution, the training, totally free, free strategy session, 30 minutes with myself and my team. You can jump on anytime. We'll put a strategy together for you. We'll first of all listen to you. We'll see where you are in your life and see, if you are an existing project management professional, how can we take you into that next level to make more money, to be more successful, to run larger projects and progress in your career. If you're not a project manager and you're looking to jump into project management, there isn't a better training out there than Project Management Revolution. And if you don't think that's the case, there's also a link below with our free Facebook group where you can actually interact with us on a daily basis. I'm actually there jumping, answering any questions, any comments. My team is also there. We do also run Facebook Lives, pretty much every week. And then, if you're ready and you want to take that next step, you can jump to the strategy call. We'll connect and we'll go from there. So thanks a lot for this short video, and I'll see you in the next video.